What's going on, guys? It's me again. Here, gonna put in or try to mount my backup camera or RV camera onto my CK3510 tractor. If you see in my previous video, I put in a 12-volt power outlet in here, and I'll try to put that on the screen for you, and in the descriptions below if you're trying to put one down here. Basically, if you don't have an SE model, you don't have one of these power outlets. So if you do have an SE model, you have a power outlet right there on your back left if you're sitting in the seat. Reason being is for this camera, they have the cigarette lighter, well, I call cigarette lighter, and I mounted it there. The reason for me mounting it on this side is because I want to have all my wiring when I put the backup camera. See, I put it on back here, all my wires that I have extra come around on this outside, because I'm always coming in and out on my left hand side. So basically I can put the wires on this side, I don't have to worry about getting tangled up in it. So the camera, I'll show you just earlier what the pamphlet showed, but comes with the screen. I think it's a 7-inch screen. Here goes your camera. Here, some wiring. I think it wires up. I think you can have up to 2 cameras connected up to this as well. Your brackets. Well, this is a screen, shade screen, and you got your bracket for your camera itself. Also, in addition, so that cost about 70 bucks on Amazon, but I also picked up these magnets. They're round magnets, and this was about 15 bucks. Man, it's hard to do with one hand, sorry. So you see here, small little magnets, should be strong. But I'm gonna bolt those on the bottom of this bracket for the screen, and then also on this bottom bracket of the camera. And the good thing about this tractor is the hood is metal, so it'll just stick right on, and then when I'm not using the camera and I don't need it for a project, I just pop it right off, unplug it from the power source and take off the backup camera, and then I don't have to use it. So that's pretty much the gist of what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm just gonna have y'all set up, and I'm just gonna start tinkering around with it and getting it ready. So y'all just keep watching. Okay, so basically I put the magnets on the bottom. Very simple. Comes with these 2 of these plastic pieces, 2 holes, 2 holes on the side of the monitor. It's a spacer pretty much. Pops right in there, and you'll see there's a hole in the middle, and in the middle of this has a little nipple that'll snap into that hole to help it pivot. So that side in. Might be easier if I snap that side in and then go ahead and put these in so I don't fight it. At least something to hold it in. Yeah. Now this side. All right, so there you go. Tilts that straight up and down. Let's see here. Let's see how the sunscreen goes on here. I'm just gonna snap on it. Wonder if I should have done that first. Oh no. That's right on. Yep. So there you go. Magnets on the bottom, screws on the side. And I have it where it'll pivot backwards, and then you can tighten your screws to make sure it doesn't to stay whichever angle you want it to. So it's very simple to do. Also on these magnets, they're 10 millimeters for the ones that I've purchased. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna mount this on here. Since that is squared away, we're gonna listen to it. It's pretty stout. That ain't. So, cable coming off of that. We already know with the power, we'll go in here. Now we have this wiring harness, and this is going to connect, I guess, with power and to the camera. So you got 2 ports here. Either one, I'm assuming it's going to go to the camera. This one should be your power. Straighten you up a little bit. Should be your power. Snap in the power source, and that will come to the camera. And you'll look, there's a certain way for that to connect, so it makes it a little bit easier to line things up. That snapped in the power, so now all I gotta do is rig up the camera system and give it some power. Camera. And same thing, it's a 4-prong. You see here at the top, there's a little indent, and this one has this is the male version, this is the female version. And you just line that up. Even on the top of this one has an arrow to help you line it up. The cable. Put that on there. Screw it on. And that'll go over just to, I guess, to keep it a little bit of weatherproof. All right, so now since my power outlet runs off of, I also need to put a magnet on the bottom of this. I'll do that in a second. I'm gonna go inside, get the key to this so I can turn the power on to make sure everything's working. Guys, got the keys, and I apologize. I haven't been feeling the best today, so I've been sleeping most of the day, and then I had to get out of the house, so I thought I'd be able to tackle this small little project, and while doing that, videotape it. So sorry if my voice isn't loud enough. But anywho, got the key. So like I said, this power, if you watch my other video, it's a key on power. So I turn the key on, push, and now I have power to it. And you'll see my screen is popped up, turned on here. And now I have the camera up to it as well. So now it says there's no signal, and I'm gonna have to read the directions because I may have it on the wrong camera for whichever camera setting. So give me a second, I'll try to figure that out while I read the directions. All right guys, so that was very simple. I basically came over here. The select button will let you see, you got little guidelines, the backup. I guess that's more for an RV feature. But I come over here to the channel, it's got 2 channels. You got the 1 and 2. So I pressed it. You gotta give it a second. You see there's no signal on this channel. You press it, and I thought it was turning off, but you give it a second and then it pops on. So now you can see, I should have the camera upside down. Now you can see me. So that's the camera. Pretty cool setup. Super easy, I'll be honest with you. That right there was super easy. The biggest part for me was getting the power source. And I did that yesterday on it. So I'm gonna finish up. I'm I want to put this magnet on the bottom of this bad boy. Somehow I want to attach it on there. And then I'll put a full setup and show you where I've got everything and do another walkthrough real quick. But that is so darn slick. Look at that. I tell you. All right. All right, guys, so I ran into an issue. I want to do it real quick. I thought I'd record it. Really don't have to, but anywho, magnet. I can go into this big hole here, but I don't have a big enough washer around here to be able to tighten this on too. So I have these two on the side and it's just not big enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Dremel, take off this little edge on each side. That should give me enough just to pop it on and screw it on there. So I'm going to do that real quick and get after it. Let's see how many discs I break. I always break a disc on this thing. All right. Didn't break a disc. So there you have it, the two holes. I made them just big enough to be able to get. It's really overkill, I'll tell you, with two magnets on this, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them on there since I have them. Hopefully they'll fit side by side. Just like so. And I'll just tighten them down. Put the pressure washer, regular washer on. Okay, Mama's already came in here and said that dinner is done, so I better not be holding her up much longer. All right, so there you have it. I have two of them on there. I want to tighten them up, but I'll just show you how. See how stiff that is? Ugh. Pull it off. So I'm gonna tighten those down. I'm gonna eat some dinner. So Mom won't be too mad at me for staying out here for an extra 2 minutes. But I'll be back. All right, guys, got it finished up here. Got it mounted on the bottom of my 3-point quick attach. You see it mounted here. It's on there good. The magnets are really strong. So I have a setup on the bottom of that. The cable is just running around, trying to keep it out of the way. Coming around. It does come with 20 meters of extra cable. I just have it sitting here for right now until I can figure out what the best place to put that for extra storage, or it might just sit there while I'm working, who knows. But here, power source, try to keep it out of the way as much, so I'm going to be coming in and off on that side. Wrap it around once, come through here, cable kind of snug in that corner, come up through a hole, and there you are to the camera. So I'll show y'all here on the truth. So there you are. See down here is what I want to see, but I can't do it from up top of my cab. So here, so I can see where the stump is and see how low I need to go and how high I need to raise it back up if I go too low. Also, I believe with this screen, I haven't checked into the instructions, but I believe you can have this rotate, flip-flop upside down, just due to where your camera is mounted. If you have that camera flipped up the other way, so hopefully you'll be able to see it in real life instead of having to see it upside down. So I appreciate all you guys watching. Also, I'm thinking this is a good thing. I noticed when I was bush hogging with my tractor that I was constantly looking back, just making sure everything's running smoothly. And I think this would also just help, just riding around and you have it up there and you can actually see what's going on in the back of your tractor, not always having to look back. So I hope this helps out, guys. I stole this idea. This is not my idea. I stole this from Tim from Timber Vision. He has the same exact setup on his Coyote, but he is I think it's a little bit smaller tractor, but he does the same thing, stump grinding. And he had this setup, and I thought it was genius, and especially when it's magnets. So I can just take this all off, put it in a box, and then when I want to use it, I can snap it right on in, I guess, a minute or so and be ready to go. I'll tell you, this whole process didn't take long at all. It's very self-explanatory, and there's extra stuff inside of this if you happen to set it up a different way. Wiring. So. All right, guys, y'all take it easy, and like always, stay tuned.